up at 1:30. We are getting you the first reaction of former Law Minister Ashwani Kumar, who has quit the Congress party after being associated for 46 long years. Let's listen into what he said.
Well, it was a painful decision, certainly not an easy decision. I thought long and hard over it and realized that the way the internal processes of the Congress are in place today, I could not continue any longer consistent with my dignity and self-esteem. I have great personal regard for Shrimati Sonia Gandhi, with whom I have worked for a very long time. But I thought that my shoulders were no longer strong enough to carry the weight of indifference. I therefore decided that in deference to my obligation to my own sense of dignity, I should sever my 46-year-old association with the Congress Party.
Can I ask you why you have chosen this step to quit party?
While one is a member of a party, one is constrained by many circumstances in terms of freedom of political action. I no longer wanted to be constrained by the inherent limitations by being a party man, yet not able to contribute effectively in the service of public causes that are dear to me. So I did not want to suffer a double jeopardy.
Can I ask you, did you any step by the party hurts you or something else?
Well, there have been a series of steps for the last several years, but we have continued regardless, hoping that the party will mend its ways and correctives will be applied. But that was not forthcoming, and that is why so many people have left the Congress party. Some have left a little earlier, some have left a little later. It is a painful decision, and therefore, without blaming any individual, because I don't need to do that, things are crystal clear, Congress is not the party that it was.
Aishwarya Kapoor, editor politics, joins us live on the broadcast. And Aishwarya, really wanting to mention those words again, that he speaks with a very heavy heart, where he says that he's taken this decision owing to his dignity and he can't carry the weight of indifference anymore. It indeed has been very difficult for Ashwani Kumar after having given so much, being associated with the party for 46 long years. But just how he has been ignored speaks of the state of the top leadership and the party.
And Swesha, all of this is happening while 5 states of the country goes to poll. Ashwani Kumar hails from Punjab. Punjab is going to polls. Congress is indifferent. Congress is indifferent to its own leaders. Ashwani Kumar says that it's a sad decision, it's a painful decision, but the party needs to look into that why leader after leader is leaving the Congress party. And this is only and only when there is not only directionlessness, there is also absence of communication. When their own leaders are unable to communicate with the top leader or with one family. The one family has taken over the Congress party, though they are not naming. He says that he holds Sonia Gandhi in highest personal regard, but the fact of the matter remains that Sonia Gandhi is not in control. Rahul and Priyanka Gandhi Vadra are, and both of them are completely incommunicado, apart from their own coterie from 4 to 5 leaders. Whether it's Venugopal, whether it's Sidhu, whether it's Channi, apart from these 4-5 leaders, they are in an incommunicado kind of a position to the complete Congress party, and that's why this growing sense of frustration and desperation that a man who has given 46 years of his life to a party, 46 years, has to say this, as I quoted even from his resignation letter, last line of the first para. And then he goes ahead. In this reaction to the Wire agency, he says that the internal processes of the party diminished individual leaders. You see, these words in itself are self-explanatory. They tell us about the internal conditions of the Congress party, that what is actually prevailing within.